sleeping on me like it's melatonin in here. Yeah, I'm in the lab and I got the brownies in here. Yeah, rap is too easy, we making oldies in here. Like shoe do, my demons using voodoo. I plead the blood like Suwu. Your verses smell like doo-doo. You tryna stream like Hulu. I'm tryna free the free world. I probably got a loose screw. When Dilly drop that new, there go your crew and you too. I look just like my father's image, but honestly the mirror is my opposition. Had a talk with Yahweh, now I got a mission. Told me to make brothers out the competition. True behind my bars, you gotta call them collect. Indie tribe, I might just get the tat on my neck. Monster at the least, and I'm a savage at best. Wait, Moly man a holy, you could have all the rest. Hey, we gon' ride till we die. Pick a side, feel it right. I've been in my bag. We gon' ride till we die. Pick a side, feel it right. I've been in my bag. We gon' ride till we die. Pick a side, feel it right. I've been in my bag. We gon' ride till we die. Pick a side, feel it right. I've been in my bag.
Never been safe, but I'll never come closer. Another year down and another year older. A million fresh starts, what I needed was closure. Yeah, I lost who I was, but I found my composure. Yeah, when I found you, I found me. Nothing around far as I could see. You were the current that carried me. When I found you, I found me. Lost in the sands, only you can read my
931-615. Alright. Dilly, I came from the sticks, yeah. All I've been making is hits, yeah. I put the tape on the disc, yeah. I ride this beat into orbit, yeah. I feel like all of these rappers my kids, and I can't let my children be orphans, yeah. Listen, that was a bar I just spit. If you feeling offended, ignore it, yeah.
Are you ready? I need to know if you are ready. Yes. Welcome to the greatest night of every week of the rest of your entire life. Yes. Tsunami is the finest, most splendiferous, most amazing, most incredible, most beautiful, most kind of smelly, kind of chaotic, kind of crazy middle school event you will ever go to. We've got worship. Yes, we do. We've got games. And we've got pizza. Yes. We low-key have some crazy 8th graders who might kill you while you are trying to learn 9 square. We have some 7th graders who are still figuring out whether or not they should wear deodorant. Gross. We've got a Tsunami original game called Fodgeball that will probably rock your world. And now for the first time ever, breaching the doors of Tsunami, the coolest 6th grade class that has ever graced our presence. In all seriousness, the rest of these other 6th grade classes were whack. But this class is the best of 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 the best. 7th and 8th graders, take a few moments now. Let's give these 6th graders the loudest, most enthusiastic welcome that they've ever heard. Welcome to Tsunami! Yeah. Yes. Oh, I'm not done. This year, we've got an incredible year in store, and we hope you are ready. If you are here, then you need to know something very, very important. We have one very serious rule at Tsunami, and if you don't know what it is, we will destroy you. Joking. We will just stare at you disapprovingly and make you feel weird. Back to what we were talking about. There is one very important rule. Some of you may know it. If you do, say it with me. When we are at Tsunami, we are all in. Yes. And we're about to be all in with a song we're going to sing together. I hope you're ready to kick off Tsunami well. Are you guys ready? Let's stand up. Let's do this.
What is up, Tsunami? We're so excited to be here with you guys to worship. Hey, if you guys are excited, let me hear you scream. We worship the God who was. We worship the God who is. We worship the God who evermore will be. He opened the prison doors. He parted the raging sea. My God, He holds the victory. Sing! There's joy in the house of the Lord. There's joy in the house of the Lord today. And we won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the up on that cross, then he rose up from that grave. My God still rolling stones away. There's joy in the house of the Lord. There's joy in the house of the Lord today. And we won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. Our God is surely in this place. And we won't be quiet. What are we going to do? We shout out your praise. Let's sing this together. We were the beggars, and now we're royalty. We were the prisoners, and now we're running free. We are forgiven, accepted, redeemed by His grace. Let the house of the Lord sing praise. Sing, we were the beggars, and now we're royalty. We were the prisoners, and now we're running free. We are forgiven, accepted, redeemed by His grace. Let the house of the Lord sing praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. There's joy in the house of the Lord today. And we won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. Our God is surely in this place. And we won't be quiet. Sing it out. We shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. There's joy in the house of the Lord today. And we won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. Our God is surely in this place. We won't be quiet. Yeah. We shout out your praise. 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 We shout out your praise.
What's up, Tsunami? How you guys feeling? Amazing. Hey, hi. We are so excited to be back together. Hey, you guys can head back to your seats. We're going to worship some more in a second. Hi.
Please don't fall off the stage.
My bad.
'Kay.
If you don't know me, my name is Jeff. I have the pleasure of being on staff here at Tsunami, and this is...
Caroline, and same.
I'm so excited to see some of your beautiful faces that I haven't seen in so long.
I know.
And then some new ones, too, these sixth graders.
Hey,
What's up, sixth grade?
Okay.
Sixth grade, how
They're
are you
not
guys
excited.
feeling? Sixth grade feeling good? We're a little nervous.
One of them is. We got one sixth grader.
Yeah,
Hey.
let's go. He's actually in
that.
ninth grade. No, I'm just kidding. He's not. Well, one big part of what happens at Tsunami, we like to have fun, right?
We do. We really do.
Do you guys want to have fun? You guys want to play a game?
I want to play a game, so.
Do you guys want to play a freaking game? Why are you not excited to play a game? Holy cow. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here's how this game is going to work. I'm not going to tell you. A video is going to tell you, or a slide's going to tell you. There's going to be some instructions on the screen. Let's turn around and look at it real quick, and then I'll explain it, okay? It's called...
The cube.
Let's say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
The cube.
Let's try again. 1, 2, 3. The
The
cube.
cube.
All right, everyone now. 1, 2, 3.
The cube.
Beautiful.
That was so good.
Here's how this is going to work, okay? I don't see the instructions up there, so I'm just going to tell you. You can get in groups of 1 through
6.
6. Groups of people, 1 through 6, every round. And then a number is going to pop on the screen. And if the number is the amount of people that you have in your group, all of you are out. Got it?
Eliminated. Out.
And you have to sit down. And then we'll keep playing until it whittles down to a couple winners.
Yeah.
Maybe one. I don't know.
Maybe
we'll
one,
figure it
maybe
out
5.
as we go.
Yeah.
Got it?
Does
Everybody
that make
understand?
sense? Yeah.
This is the most docile Tsunami
I
crowd
know.
I've ever
Why don't y'all
encountered.
get
It's
hyped?
amazing.
Because you're being lame.
All right. So what I want everyone to do is stand up.
Find some friends.
You
One
have
friend.
10 seconds to assemble a team of 1 through 6 people.
You can have 2 friends, 3 friends, no friends.
10,
9. Oh, there's seconds on the screen.
You're bad at that.
7, 6, 5,
4,
4, 3, 2, 1,
Scream.
0.
Let's
If
see.
you are in a group with,
No.
wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. 1. If you are by yourself,
By yourself,
canceled.
you gotta sit.
You're out.
No
Sit
cheating.
down. All right, find a new team. Let's go.
Assemble, reassemble.
You have to find a new team.
You got 10 seconds.
Are we playing?
Yeah,
All right, team, let's go.
we got 2.
We're a team. We've assembled.
All right, here we go. Scream.
0. Stick with your team. You're with your team. And if your team has this many people in it, you're out. 2. Sit down
2.
if you're in a team of 2.
Jeff, we would be out. If we was playing, we would be out.
We would be out.
We
You're
had
right.
to.
We're out. Leaders, if you see kids in groups of 2 that aren't sitting down,
Make them sit down.
make them sit down. They're
Cancel
out.
them.
All right.
All
Are you
right.
guys ready for a new team?
Reassemble.
10 seconds to find a new
Go.
team. Go. You guys aren't moving very much. Find a new team.
They're just sticking together. They're like, you know what? Buddy system.
Okay, next round I'm going to make a new rule.
All right, let's see.
If you are in a group of 3, out.
Guys, I'm sensing a pattern here.
Sit down if you're out. Are you guys ready for my new rule? You cannot be in the same team with the people that you're in a team now.
Find new
a new
people.
team. You have 10 seconds.
We're watching.
If I see anyone with the same people, you're automatically out. Find new people. Find new people. If I see anyone with the same people.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet
Cancel.
y'all were the same.
All right.
Oh, let's be real.
If you are in a team of
4.
4, you're out. Sit down.
All right, or be real time. All right,
Ready for another round?
reassemble.
Same rule. You cannot be in a team with the same people. And this time, I'm going to jump in the crowd and start calling people out, all right?
Yeah, do it.
You got 10 seconds.
be a
Find a
one.
new team.
1's an option too.
You should be moving around the room finding a new team. 2,
All right.
1.
Screen.
If you're in a team of
It's a long dice roll.
5, you're out. Sit down.
5. That's all y'all down there.
Or if you're with the same people you were with last round,
You're also out.
canceled. You're
Canceled.
done. Sit down.
You're done.
All right. We're going to call this last round.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, this is the last round. You have 10 seconds to get in a new group. No, absolutely not. You can't be in my group. I'm solo.
I'll be
9,
in your group. We'll clump.
8,
Clump.
7, 6,
Oh, no.
5.
No, that's not true.
4,
10.
10,
9.
9, 8.
6, 5, 2, 1.
If
All
you
right.
are in a team
Moment of truth.
of 2,
2.
you're
Yeah,
done.
we were safe.
Sit down, sit down.
That
All
was
right.
so
Do you
fun.
guys want to do one more round or no? Scream if you want to do one more round.
I don't think they want to do another
I don't
round.
think they do
They
either.
were not really loud.
I'll try one more time. Scream if you want to do another round. We don't have to. Okay. Okay, I guess I do. All right.
We're
Last
easily
round.
convinced.
Let's go. You have 10 seconds.
All right. All right.
All right. Hopefully you have your team now. If you're in a team of
1.
1,
Sit down.
sit down. I don't like that it's basically like,
The
if
same
you don't have
number.
any friends, sit down. Like,
Well,
sorry about it.
Sorry, Eddy.
All right, everybody have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. How'd that feel?
In a chair. I think that was good. That was fun. I had fun.
It was a good time.
It was a good time.
All right, guys. Hey, we are super stoked that you guys are here. I know Taylor talked about it a little bit earlier. That was Taylor in the hat and the hair.
Was that Taylor?
That was Taylor,
Okay.
I think. But Taylor talked a little bit about our one rule at Tsunami. Does everybody remember it? When we're at Tsunami, we're
all in.
So we're all in for whatever we're doing, whether that's playing a game, worshiping together, or listening to a message. Got it? Got it. Okay, cool. Hey, I know you guys know a little bit. You probably heard a little bit about different things that are happening at Tsunami that we are super excited about. But for the first couple weeks, I want you guys to know that we're going to spend a lot of time hanging out together and having fun together. There's not going to be structured small group time, but if you have a small group and you want to hang out with them, there's going to be time for you to do that afterwards. So you can grab your crew and spend some time with them. And what we're actually going to be doing is we're going to be letting you guys sign up for small groups. So whether you were in a small group last year or you're brand new and you've never been in a small group before, you have the opportunity to sign up for a small group. And we're going to start that in a couple of weeks, okay? So if you're excited about small group, you're interested in small groups, you can sign up in a couple weeks. If you have no idea what a small group is, we're going to spend the next couple of weeks talking about that and why we would love for you guys to be a part of it, okay? Cool.
All right, and one quick thing is that at the end of the night, when it's time to go, make sure you listen for your name. Whenever it's called, that means your parent is here and ready to pick you up. So just make sure you're listening. But that's the end of the night. I don't want to rush it. So, guys, we're about to head into time of worship, and it's going to be super good. We're going to sing some songs. Just get to praise our Creator today, and I'm really excited. So if you want to stand up, give the person next to you a high five, and let's sing together.
And feel free to come down front.
Hey, Tsunami! I'm so excited to be back with you guys for another incredible year. I just want to share a little something for you tonight. Tonight we're going to be talking about Ephesians 5, and in Ephesians it says, "Speak to one another in psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs, singing and making music with your heart to the Lord, giving thanks always for everything to God the Father in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ." And guys, that's what we're doing tonight. We have the opportunity to gather together and to sing songs of praises to our Lord. And so I want you guys, as loud as you can, to sing songs of praises and give thanks to the Lord together. Can y'all do that with me? Yeah! Let's sing together. Just one word, you calm the storm that surrounds me. Just one word, the darkness has to retreat. Just one touch, I feel the presence of heaven. Just one touch, my eyes are open to see. My heart can't help but believe. There's nothing that our God can't do. There's not a mountain that He can't move. Oh, praise the name that makes a way. There's nothing that our God can't do. Just one word, you heal what's broken inside me. Just one word, and you revive every dream. Believe that's true tonight. And just one touch, I will believe for greater things. There's no power like the power of Jesus. Let faith arise, let all agree. There's no power like the power of Jesus. I will believe for greater things. There's no power like the power of Jesus. Let faith arise, let all agree. There's no power like the power of Jesus. I will believe for greater things. There's no power like the power of Jesus. Let me sing. Let faith arise, let all agree. There's no power like His power. There's nothing that our God can't do. There's not a mountain that He can't move. Oh, praise the name that makes a way. There's nothing that our God can't do. Yeah, there's nothing that our God can't do. There's not a prison wall He can't break through. Oh, praise the name that makes a way. There's nothing that our God can't do. Oh, 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 y'all sound good tonight.
God is in this place tonight. Let us focus our hearts on where He is right now. If you're distracted, let's focus in. Let's not miss these words, guys. Let's sing this together with all our hearts, that He is here, working in our midst, moving in our midst. Let's sing this out. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. Sing this out. You are here. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. 'Cause you are. 'Cause you
I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop, you never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop,
Sing this
you
out.
never stop working.
Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop. Even when I don't see it. My God, my God, my God. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 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 It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. Jesus, thank you so much that we get to be here with all our friends, old and all our friends that are new today. We get to be here together to get to learn about you and who you say we are. But most importantly, just now we got to declare that you are a miracle worker, you are a way maker, and you keep all of your promises. May we remember that you are God who keeps all your promises. And you promise to love us. You promise to keep us safe. You promise to walk with us. These are all your promises that we know you are surely to keep. So Lord, as we continue this time and we hear Jeff's message, may you just continue to pour out your promises, and we are reminded of your promises, and we can be sure of who you are. Thank you so much for this night. You are great, and we lift you up in Jesus' name. Amen.
All right, guys, want to head back to your seats for me real quick? All right, well, welcome to Tsunami. Hope you guys had a great summer and that the first couple weeks of school have been awesome. Where are our sixth graders? Raise your hand if you're a sixth grader. Awesome. We're glad you guys are not sixth graders, even though you act like fifth graders. Those are some eighth graders right there. I love you guys. All right, so hey, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about, real briefly, we're gonna talk about this word right here. No, this word right here. Now, I wanna talk about this word right here. Someone back there, if maybe the slides are stuck. The word is season. Oh my goodness. Hey, there we go. All right, so we're going to talk about that word. But in preparation for talking about this word for just a couple minutes, I want you to think inside your brain, and then we're going to say it outside of your mouth. Not yet. We're going to all scream it, yell it at the same time. I want you to think, what is your favorite? Don't say it. Don't say it yet. What is your favorite season? And I know a lot of people have different reasons for different seasons. Different reasons for it's the reason for the season. You know, like for me as a kid growing up, my favorite season was summer because you're out of school and in the Northeast it was finally hot and we can go swimming and go to the beach. You know, in Wilmington there's no seasons, right? It's like humid or cold and rainy. And so that's kind of what we've got here. But what is your favorite season of the year? I want you to shout it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I heard two things. I heard a lot of summer, and I'm guessing it's probably because of the same reason that I liked it. No school, unless you're year-round school. Did anybody do year-round elementary school? All right, so, but I also heard fall. And I know here fall is a favorite season for a lot of people. The weather gets a little bit cooler, a little drier. PSLs become very, very popular everywhere. You guys know what a PSL is? Pumpkin spice lattes, right? So those are back, right? So, all right. But here's the thing. A season, if you guys know anything about the word season, it's not just referring to the seasons of the year, fall, winter, spring, summer. A season can also be defined like this. A season can be defined as a period of time marked by an event or a feature. A season is just kind of a period of time. A season could be a really defined period of time, or it could be kind of a loose period of time that's often defined by, marked by an event. Like a season marked by an event would be something like the COVID pandemic, right? That was like a 2-year plus long season. Nobody knows exactly when it started. Nobody knows if it actually has ended yet or if it did end. But it's a season of time marked by an event, right? The COVID pandemic. Or like the end of school. The end of school is kind of like an event. Like, yeah, it's the end of school season. That is awesome. And it's an event. It's an event. Or a feature, a period of time marked by a feature. And something like a season that would be marked by a feature would be something like friendship. Like you have seasons, your friendships have seasons, right? Like, hey, I was friends with that person for this season of time. That was a feature of that. A feature of my feature of my 9th grade year growing up was I was friends with a guy named Matt Cron, and in that season of 9th grade, I was friends with Matt. Right? Another thing that could maybe mark a season would be like, hey, we had great weather. In remember fall 2019? Man, that was a great season of great weather, right? So seasons could look like this. They can look like this line right here. So a season could be kind of a period of time that doesn't really have a clear beginning, doesn't really have a clear ending. It's just kind of this vague period of time. Seasons could look like this. A season could have a very clear beginning and a very clear end. Like the school season, you have a first day of school, and it goes until the last day of school, right? Here's the thing. Our seasons throughout the year, in Wilmington, there's no clear beginning or end, right? Sometimes winter feels like summer and spring feels like fall, but did you know that there's actually clear beginnings and ends? Like it's still summer right now? There's a clear end of summer, which is what? September 20th, right? There's a date, right? So sometimes seasons look like that. Sometimes seasons look like this, where a season started in your life and you don't really know when it started, and there's been a period of time, but you know where it's ending. Like I had a friend growing up, his name was John. He was a Yankees fan his entire life. And he doesn't know when it started. Sometime when he was really little, he became a Yankee fan. But then the Yankees did something in the 90s that made him really angry, and he had a stopping point. He's like, the season of my fandom of the Yankees is over. I will never root for them again. And he hasn't. He hasn't rooted for them since that time in like his 20s, after his whole life. So it had a kind of vague beginning, but it had a very clear end. And then seasons can look like this. They can have a very clear beginning and maybe go on for a while, and you're not sure when they end. So we get this concept, right? A season is like a period of time. It could be very clear beginning, could be a clear ending, could have unclear beginning. It's just a period of time that's marked by something or has a feature to it. Sometimes, so here's the thing about seasons though. Sometimes it's easy to get to the end of a season and look back and wonder, how did I end up here? Like you get to an end of a season in your life, you get to the end of a period of time in your life, and you're like, whoa, who am I and how did I even end up here? Like for you, it could have been this past summer. Maybe this past summer you had all kinds of plans and what you wanted to do and had all these ideas of what this bucket list or whatever it was, and you got to the end of the season and you're like, oh my gosh, school starts tomorrow. How did I even end up here? I don't even remember what I did all summer. You know, you might get to the end of a very clearly defined season and realize, wait, I just wasted my entire life. I just wasted this season. I wasn't even paying attention. Who did I even hang out with? I didn't do anything significant. And you get to the end, you're like, what did I just do the last 3 months? For some of you, it could be a school year, right? You get to the end of the school year and you had vision and goals and ambitions to like at least get a C in all your classes. And you get over here and you realize, how did I get here? I got all A's. I didn't even study. How did I even get here? No, more often than not, that's not the way it goes, right? We get to the end of a season or end of a school, and you're like, man, this is not what I thought it was going to be. Who am I? What happened over this last season? Maybe a season is a friendship. Like maybe you've gotten to an end of a friendship, or you're in the middle of a season with a friendship, and you don't know quite when this friendship began, and you're not sure if you're in the middle of the friendship or at the end of the friendship, but you know wherever you are right now, you're not where you want to be. And you're like, how did I get here in this relationship? Like, how did I end up here with this going on in my life and with this personality and with this emotions, like all this going on? How did I get here in this season of this friendship? Maybe for you, the season was just last week, and you got to the end of the week, and you're like, it's Friday, and you're like, I don't remember anything. I didn't even do anything. How did I even get to this Friday night? And maybe for you, it was a season, it was like a 6-hour season this weekend, and you looked up and you realized, wait, I've just been on TikTok for 6 hours. How did I get here? Or I've just been on my Xbox for 6 hours. And that was a season, right? It was a 6-hour season, and you're like, what did I just do with my life? Here's the thing. The seasons of our lives, when this happens, when you've gotten to the end of a season, when you've gotten to the end of a season in your life and you look back and you're like, how did I end up here? Usually it's because you haven't really been paying attention to what's going on around you. You just were kind of going with the flow. You weren't paying attention. You didn't have your eyes open. You didn't have a plan. You didn't maybe execute your plan. And you just kind of went with wherever everyone else was going. You kind of just were going with whatever was going on at the time. And then at the end of the season, you're like, wait a second, what happened? How did I get here? And it's because you just simply weren't paying attention. Here's why this is a possibly dangerous thing. Because the seasons of our lives change us. They shape us into who we're becoming. It's really hard to go a long period of time in your life, guys, and not have that period of life change who you are. For some of you, you experienced that this summer. Some of you guys came to Fuse, and you went, and it was awesome. 6th graders, if you haven't heard, Fuse is our summer camp, and it's an amazing experience. Some of you got to the end of that summer camp, and you were like, whoa, that 5-day season of my life was life-changing in a really, really positive way. Because you saw something, you paid attention, you were watching, you were engaged, and at the end of it, you're like, that was different. And that season of my life changed me in a really positive way. Some of you have gone through seasons where at the end of it, you realized, this is not who I want to be. This is not what I want to be doing. And that season or that relationship or that friendship changed you into somebody that you didn't plan on becoming. Because seasons of our lives, whether we want to or not, are going to change us. They're going to have an effect on us. We're going to come out of each season of our life different than we were when we went into that season. And whether it becomes a positive thing or a negative thing really has a lot to do with whether or not you pay attention in that season. What's awesome is that one of the writers of the Bible talked about this. And the question I want to ask you before we get into the scripture really briefly here is, who do you want to be at the end of this season? Who do you want to become at the end of this school year? Who do you want to be a month from now? Who do you want to be by Christmas? The truth is, you get the opportunity to define that for yourself. And it has nothing to do with your circumstances. It has nothing to do with what happens to you. It has everything to do with whether or not you're paying attention. Let's take a look at this real quick. This is from the book of Ephesians. It's written by a guy named Paul. And so if you didn't know who Paul is, let me give you a really quick description. Paul was a guy who hated Christians. He hated people who followed Jesus. He thought they were blasphemous. He thought they were all essentially going to hell because they were not following the right way of how to live their lives. They were following Jesus, who was not who they were supposed to be following. He just thought Christians were terrible people, and he wanted to stop them. His name was Saul, and Jesus met him when he was on the way to go harm other Christians and put them in jail. Jesus shows up in a vision. He meets the real resurrected Jesus, and it changes his life. And then Paul spends the rest of his life going all around the known world, starting churches and building up churches and starting little groups of people who want to follow Jesus, and then he would write them letters. And this was a letter he wrote to a group of Christians, a little church that he had started in a town called Ephesus. And he's writing this whole book, this whole letter. It wasn't a book when he wrote it. He didn't know he was writing the Bible. He was literally just writing a letter to his friends at a church that he started because he had heard that they were having some hard times figuring out how to walk with Jesus. So he said, let me write you a letter about what it means to walk with Jesus, have a relationship with Jesus. And this is part of his letter. And he had spent a whole lot of the first 4 chapters of the letter talking about what does it look like to live as a Christian. He said, when you're not a Christian, this is what non-Christians do. They go through these things, they do these things, they make these choices. He said, but when you're a Christian, when you follow Jesus, this is what it looks like to walk with Jesus. And then he says this, he says, but be very careful then how you live. Not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the Lord's will is. Here's what Paul was saying. If you want to get to the end of this season of your life, if you want to get to the end and look back and realize I have become the person that Jesus created me to be, I have put myself in a position to grow. If you want to look back, if you want to be a Christian, he says this is what you got to do. You got to be very careful. In other words, he says you got to be accurate. You got to walk carefully. Be very careful then how you step, how you live your life, how you walk. You got to be careful. You got to pay attention. Not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. In other words, the world's not set up to point you in a direction toward Jesus. Our world's not set up to point you in a direction that you really need to go. And he said, you got to pay attention. Let me illustrate what he really means when he says this. How many of you have a dog? Okay? How many of you have the job of going up in the backyard and picking up what the dog leaves behind? Let me ask you this. Well, instead of that, Annie Grace, why don't you come up here? Since you're walking, why don't you come up here real quick? Of course you've got the world's most difficult shoes to take off. Can you take them off quickly? So here's what happens. This is what Paul's talking about. What I have here are little dog poops. And they're not. They are Play-Doh. The interns made these, and they made these little. Actually, let's do this real quick. I don't want you to see where this is all going. Wait, you have to take your shoes off and your socks. Yeah. Don't fall. All right, so this is kind of like Annie. Annie, you have a dog, right? Yes. Yeah, what's your dog's name? Sunny. Does Sunny leave big poops or small poops? Oh, that poop fell off. Big poops? Are they what color are they? Brown. Brown? Are they always the same color brown, or are they sometimes different colors? Different colors, different consistencies? All right. So here's, Annie, what we're going to do. You're barefoot. So what Paul is saying is our lives are a lot like Annie's backyard. Annie, you got to trust me here. We got to trust me. When you go into the backyard to clean up your dog's poop, how do you want to step? Do you just walk haphazardly through it? No. What Paul is saying is when you walk through the world, you've got to pay attention. You can't do what Annie's about to do, which is walk toward me and not step on a single dog poop. Annie, walk to my voice. Don't walk off the stage. No, you're going to have to walk to me in 10 seconds. You got to go quick. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh my gosh, now go back. 10, 9, 8, 7. How are you doing this? Are you a genius? You're supposed to be stepping on the poops. Just put your foot down right there. There you go. All right. All right, Annie, go ahead, take it off. Take it off. You can give Annie a hand. Good job. Good job. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So what Paul is saying is this, guys. Hey, if you got a dog, you don't go out into your backyard and just start running around, because what happens? You get poop on your feet, and it's gross, right? What Paul is saying is, hey, when you're walking through the world, when you're going through a season of your life, if you want to become someone different and someone who you want to be on the other side of that season of life, you got to pay attention. You got to be very careful then how you live. In other words, he's saying you got to be careful how you step. When you look at the original language, he was saying, be careful how you step. Be careful where you put your feet. Pay attention to where you're going. Because if you don't, you're going to be like a foolish person who just wanders. If you don't pay attention, you're going to be like a fool. And fools are people who just wander through life haphazardly. They don't pay attention to what they're doing. They just step into any mess that comes along their way. Well, Paul is encouraging us, especially those of us who follow Jesus, is pay attention. Pay attention. You got to pay attention to what's going on in your life and in the world around you. And then he kind of gives an illustration. This next little bit here is kind of an illustration of how not to do this. And I think he was pointing out something that was going on in the church at Ephesus that people were struggling with. He says this. He says, don't get drunk on wine, which leads to debauchery. And now another way to say that is, another translation says, which will ruin your life. He says, in other words, when you're drunk, you can't pay attention. You just kind of go wherever. You don't have control. You're not able to step carefully. And when you're not able to step carefully, you have the potential to ruin your life. And I love what he says next. He said, instead of being drunk on wine, be filled with the Spirit, the Holy Spirit. And this is so important to us here at Tsunami. Speaking to one another with psalms, hymns, and songs from the Spirit. What he's saying there is you need to have a one another. And if you don't have a one another, you need to get a one another. And what he's saying is you need to speak to one another. You need to have someone else who you can speak to with hymns, psalms, and songs from the Spirit. In other words, you need to have someone you can have conversations about things that matter with. You need to have someone in your life that you can talk to about what's going on in your life, and they're going to point you to Jesus. In other words, you need a Jesus-centered, faith-filled community to be a part of. So, how do you get to the end of this next season? The season being this school year, this tsunami season, right? From Labor Day to Memorial Day. As we're doing Tsunami, how do you get to the end of this next season and be who Jesus created you to be? It's two things. First, see, I wasn't paying attention. I just stepped on a poop. First thing, pay attention. Hey guys, you got to pay attention to who you're hanging out with, who's influencing you. Where are you going? What are you doing? Because if you're going to be like the rest of the crowd and just follow wherever everybody else is going, you're going to end up where everybody else goes. Paul is encouraging us to pay attention and be who Jesus created you to be. And in order to do that, because that's not easy, paying attention and being different is not easy to do. So Paul says you need to find community. You need to choose community. You need to choose people to be one another with, to speak to one another with spiritual songs and hymns and truth about who God is and who God created us to be. So two things, pay attention and choose community. Guys, you're going to have an opportunity this school year to choose to be a part of a community, to be a part of a small group that we hope is going to be an environment where you get to share your life with other people and become who God created you to be. And that's what we hope happens this year at Tsunami in this season. Let's pray. God, thank you for tonight. Thank you for each and every student who is here tonight and is kind of checking out what it means to be a part of the community here at Tsunami. God, I pray that you will give each and every one of them, and us, and adults included, the courage to pay attention, to watch where we're going, to look at each season of our life as an opportunity to become more and more the person that you created us to be, someone who is shaped and formed by your image. So God, I'm excited about this year. I'm grateful for these students. I'm grateful for these leaders, and I'm excited to see how you change us and form us this year as we pay attention and as we choose community here at Tsunami. I pray this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Ooh, yeah,
hey, can we
thanks,
thank Brett really quick? Can we thank Brett?
That
Come
was
on.
good, yeah.
I love those two things, paying attention and choosing community. Like those are so important because it's so much easier not to pay attention. And I love that we have a way for you to choose community here at Tsunami, and that is through small groups. And we're going to learn more about that over the next couple weeks. But before we learn more about that,
We have more fun.
we're going to have some more fun.
We're going to have some more fun. Does
You
that
guys
sound
want to play
good?
another game?
Wow,
Oh,
they hate
okay.
games.
Wow, we're going to play a game anyways. So everyone stand up and find a partner.
Find a partner, one person.
Find one
Partner,
partner. You
partner.
need one partner. There should only be two of you.
Yeah.
We're going to play a game. We're going to do two things. First, we're going to play a game. Then we're going to take a picture all together. The game that we're going to play is called Knight, Mount, Carried. Has anyone played that game before?
Yeah. Let's show them how to play.
Okay, so you have to get out. You can't be in the chairs. You have to find an open spot, okay? Find an open spot.
Find a partner and some space to move.
Hey, I need someone to come up. Hey, really quick, you come up here really quick again, Annie Grace, and you're going to demonstrate the different moves with Caroline,
Ready?
okay? Here's how this is going to work. With your partner, everybody listening, you don't have a partner? Does anyone else not have a partner? Yeah. My friend needs a partner over here. Oh, in the back. Tyler, get up here. All right, so if you got your partner, I'm going to say one of three things.
Hey, y'all, listen up.
Everybody listening?
You listening? Okay.
Guys, listen to me or you're not going to know how to play. I'm going to say knight,
Here, come up.
mount, or carry. And here's the three different things you're going to do. If I say knight with your partner, you're going to do this. Show us, Caroline. One of your partners is going to take a knee. The other one is going to put their foot on their knee and point up like this, like you're a knight. If I say mount, you're going to jump on the other person's back like that. And if I say carry, you're going to carry them like this. Everybody got it? Everybody got it? Okay, put Annie Grace down and we're going to practice. Are you guys ready? We're going to run through each one just to practice, okay? Knight.
Do night.
Knight.
Someone get down. Yeah.
Okay.
I see some noble knights in the room. Yeah, y'all
For
look
sure.
good.
Okay.
All right.
Carry.
Yes.
Good
Be
job.
strong. Activate those muscles. Yeah.
Okay. And
Mount.
last but not least, mount.
They're fast.
All right.
You quick with it.
While you guys are doing a great job, here's the thing. Everybody, go back to normal. Go back to normal.
All right, stand like normal
Here's
people.
the thing. You guys are going way too slow. So next time, whenever I say that, if you're not in the position in like 3 seconds,
You're
out.
out.
Got it?
You got it, Graham?
No,
All
stay
right.
with the same partner the whole time. Are you guys ready to play? Everybody understand? If you don't get into the position in time, you're out.
Okay.
You want to kick us off?
Yeah. Mount.
Mount.
Y'all are all
3,
out.
2, 1.
All right.
If you're doing knight, you're out.
If you're not on the air, you're out.
Okay, Carrie. Okay,
All right.
you guys are out. Way too slow.
All right, y'all look good. Y'all look
Way
good.
too slow. This whole corner over here, way
Y'all
too
are bad
slow.
over there too. Knight. Knight.
Knight. Go, 3, 2, 1.
All right.
You guys are
all
out.
right.
You guys
Oh,
are
look,
out.
we got a little sibling matchup. I love it.
If you're
Go
out, sit
Fullets.
down. All right, you guys ready for a speed round? Mount. Knight.
Carrie.
Carry.
Mount.
Mount. Mount.
Mount.
Knight.
Mount. Mount. Carrie.
All right,
Knight.
pause.
Okay, stop. There's madness.
Okay, Mount.
The chairs are all disarray. I said nothing. Why are you moving?
I said Mount.
Oh,
Okay, if you're not in Mount already, you're out, sit down. If you're not in Mount already, you're out, sit down. When you're out, sit down.
sit down.
Carry. If you're not being carried right now, you're out, sit down. Out.
Ocean, you're out. Hey, Knight.
All right, new rule. Whoever's doing the carrying and the mount, we're going to switch.
Switch.
We're going to switch. We're going to
Yeah.
switch, okay, boys?
It's gonna get harder.
Knight.
Elizabeth, you gotta figure it
Knight.
out. Carrie.
Mount.
Carrie.
Are you okay?
You're doing Mount,
Everybody okay
Elizabeth.
down here? Are you okay? Okay. Okay, you can go back. You can go back. One more speed round?
Yeah, let's bounce
do it.
fast. Knight. Mount. Mount. Carrie. Mount. Carrie. Mount. Knight.
If you're not in night right now, you're out. If you're
out.
not in night, you're out. Sit down. If you're not in
Carrie.
night, you're out. Sit down. Mount. Hold on. You two are out. You were carrying her, and I said night, you goobers. Last round. Whatever. I'll give you a pass.
Knight.
Night. There you go. Way too slow on the draw over here,
And there's a
boys.
lot of
Y'all are
wobbling
out.
going on.
Night.
If you moved, you're out.
If you moved, you're
You
out.
flinched.
Carry.
Mount. This is fun. I like this.
All right, ready? Night. Mount. Carry. Night. Mount. Carry. Night. If you're not in night, you're out. If you're not in night, sit down. Carry. Hey, do you know what you have to do when you ride a horse?
What?
You have to mount it.
Ha, ha. I thought you were gonna say nay nay.
No, no. You know what you become if you ride a horse?
What?
A knight. You know what my mom's name is?
Carrie.
Gary. Okay. Last speed round. Carry. Mount. Knight. Carry. Mount. Knight. 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 Carry.
There's
Mount,
so much
knight.
going on. That's not even a pose, Graham.
Amazing.
That's out.
Amazing.
All right.
You guys are incredible.
Let's call it a night.
Good job. So here's what we're going to do next. I'm going to invite everybody. This is going to be a little crazy, but we want to take a picture all together. So here's how this is going to work. You guys, some of you guys, we're going to have one row up here on stage. Leaders, come up here on stage.
Leaders, you're not
Students
a leader.
sit on the front of the stage. And then other students kneel in
Sit.
front of them, okay?
Everyone's going to be in it, so come on up. Okay, I got it.
Hey, I'm going to go grab the camera. You do this.
Hey, y'all, come to the front.
All right, don't be afraid.
Clump together.
Take a knee. If you run out of room, come on. Spread out a little bit. Spread out a little bit.
Yeah, you're good, you're good.
Spread out. Some of you guys can come on stage.
Hey, Aiden.
All right, front row, take a knee.
Aiden. We're taking a photo. Thank you.
All right.
Fortnite moves.
Everybody feeling good?
All right.
You feel like you're in a good spot?
Put on your best smiles.
All right, everybody.
Look
Hey,
at Jacob.
everybody put on your best smile and look at Turner. This is going on social media. We will
Say
tag your mother.
cheese.
All right, 3, 2, 1, cheese. Okay, now give me a angry face. 3, 2, 1. And now.
Silly.
Oh my gosh, I just hit you on the head. Are you okay?
Yo, that was tragic.
Okay, what are we doing here?
Silly.
Silly face, let's go.
Excited. Appropriate, please. Thank you.
All right. And now one more smiling and we're done, Zoe.
Smile. Everybody say cheese.
3, 2, 1, smile. Oh, I hit you in the head again with the microphone. I'm so sorry. Okay,
hey,
now
listen
go
up.
out to the lobby
That's
and
fine.
get ice cream.
Bye. Yeah, it was so loud. Bye.